we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place.
Barbershop.
We're talking
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
when nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're here live at Jay's Place, Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Again, this is another special day, another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. Today is Wednesday. Listen, I'm glad you tuned in to another special edition. Listen, before we get into this conversation, I want you, I'm talking to you, I want you to get on the phone, call a friend, call your neighbor, call your enemies. Tune in to Barbershop Talk Live because, again, we got another special edition, another special guest going to talk with us about what's going on in the community. But also, I want to make sure that you're here. Tune in, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Also on our Facebook page, like and subscribe on the Facebook page. Barbershop Talk Live. Remember, as always, like anything can and will happen. So again, I'm encouraging you, I'm thanking you for being on this side and watching Barbershop Talk Live. But before we get into the conversation with our special guests, got to give a shout out to the people behind the scene that put this program together that you don't even see. Beverly's Body Butter. Demetrius Johnson has a company called Beverly's Body Butter, Whipped Senate Shea Butter. We're here in Augusta, Georgia. She got all kind of flavors. She got mint, coconut, island paradise, tropical paradise, strawberry. Beverly's Body Butter is shea butter. Again, if you want to give her a call at 706-564-5335. That's 706-564-5335. You got TikTok? She has a TikTok. Hit her up on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976. Demetrius Johnson, right here in your CSOA town. Beverly's Body Butter. Call her up. Tell her John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live. Say you got to give her the deal. Also, CSOA, if you have a problem maintaining your yard, keeping that pond maintained, doing some demolition work, or you just want to get your trees cut down, call my good friend Alan Odom. Call Alan Odom right here in Augusta, Georgia. 706-294-8493. That's 706-294-8493. Alan Odom, Pond Maintenance, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Great service, great price, and you would not be disappointed. Again, tell him John Milton from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live, say I got to get the deal. He will give a deal to you. Also, if you have a black business right here in the CSRA, you have a black business you're trying to open up, you have a black business you're trying to expand, if you have a black business you want to just get the improvements of it, get in contact with my good friend Ronique West, Shagrela Harmon of Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce right here in Augusta, Georgia. Sign up, be a member. Go to the website, AugustaBlackChambersUp.org, mygabc.org. Again, that's mygabc.org. You would not be disappointed. So again, I'm encouraging you, and especially you, go to the website. Again, that's mygabc.org, Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. Ronique West, the president. Also with her sidekick, Ronique West has Shagrela Hammond doing great things in the CSRA. Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce, again, that's mygabc.org. Do that for yourself, do that for your business, and also do it for your generation. Listen, great things are happening in the CSRA, great things are coming up in the CSRA. What am I referring to? This coming weekend, I'm referring to Sneaker Ball. The 1990 Sneaker Ball is almost here, so you, and especially you, get your tickets. Get your tickets to the Sneaker Ball right here at Julius Smith Casino this coming weekend. Lizzie's Hope and Angelic Community Resources are putting this event together. Listen, this is a fundraiser for HIV awareness and also for cancer research trauma. I'm telling you, get your tickets for the Sneaker Ball. You can stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Tickets are only $50. 2 for $75. Listen, it's going to be a funky good time. 69 Boys. You remember the 69 Boys? They would be in the house doing the entertainment, and I maybe get up and do the Tootsie Roll myself. Listen, get your tickets to the Sneaker Ball right here in Augusta, Georgia, Julius Smith Casino. It's going to be a live entertainment. It's going to be a great time. And also, it's a great fundraiser. So I'm encouraging you to do that for yourself. Do that for the generation. Just do it for the cause. Again, Sneaker Ball. As you know, last weekend was a crazy weekend. Last weekend was a great weekend. We had a good time. We had fun time. Angel Wright put on the event of the year. Man, Speak Up Sis Awards Gala. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you had a good time. You did, we did. Don't matter about it. Listen, go to the website. Check out all the different things that was going on right here in the CSOA. A lot of good things that come. So please, man, please, sir, as they all say in church, govern yourselves accordingly. But listen, I gave you the announcements. I gave you what's going on. Now we got to have a conversation. You ready to talk? I hope you're ready to talk. I hope you're ready to listen. I ask you to get into this conversation right now. We're going to have a great conversation with our special guest. Get into the conversation at 706-426-1533. That is a live call-in line. You can talk to our guests. You can talk to myself. And the guest today is none other than Britny Harmon Hartfield. She's here going to let you know what she got going on this CSRA, what you need to know about, and what you need to be informed about. Again, special guest right here. Again, call us at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. Without further ado, got to introduce something to some and introduce to those who don't know. I know who you are. I know you know what's going on. Again, my good friend, Britny Harmon Hartfield. What's up, girl?
Hey, how are you?
You doing good?
Yes.
Man, you looking good?
Thank you.
You
I
all right?
try.
You try?
I do.
You did good.
Thank you.
You did
Thank
good.
you.
Man, listen, I don't know if you had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live.
I have.
You
yes,
have?
I've been following you for a while.
What?
Yes.
Now
yes.
you don't. Can I get?
I'm proud of you.
Since you said I got to get comfortable now, since you said that, got to be more careful. I was gonna try to blow this thing up, but you already know what's going on.
I do. I'm gonna try to, do my thing.
Do your thing.
Help you out there.
Okay. now, listen. Now, in other words, they always say, "I'm gonna make you look good. You make me look good. Let's make each other look good."
Yes, absolutely.
Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Barbershop Talk Live.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes.
good to see you.
You as well.
Now, I seen you all over the social media world. I seen you all over the place. You're campaigning with folks. You're doing all this. So you out. You busy.
I'm busy, volunteering, all the things.
All that
all
stuff.
the things. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna say hurrah for you.
I'm tired.
Well, do you think? Well, listen now, Britny, if you haven't had a chance to really watch Barbershop Talk Live, we really kind of get in deep with the guests that come on.
Yeah.
And when I find out who's coming on to the show, I try to do some research.
Okay.
I research these folks because I don't want anybody in this hot seat.
I hope not.
This ain't just a regular old hot seat. This is a hot seat that's informative.
Okay.
This is a hot seat that brings some information. This is a hot seat that people need to know what's going on, and they need to see who's bringing the information. So I got to check this stuff out.
Yeah.
And I check you out.
Yeah. What?
I check you out.
Well, hopefully I did all right.
You did good. You passed the test. So that being said, I think I know enough about you.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
All right. Let's see.
But the people on the other side of the camera might not know who you are.
Okay.
So what you need to do, and I actually what you would do, is look into that camera and tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live world, who is Britny Harmon Hartfield?
Well, I am Britny Harmon Hartfield. I am a military brat that moved to Augusta. I'm a 2000 West Side graduate. Go West Side. I actually work in information technology, so I work on computers. Okay. I'm married. My husband's name is Sean Hartfield. I have a daughter, Olivia Harmon, and I absolutely love what I do, and I love the people that I work with. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got a few hats that you wear.
I do, yes. I volunteer. I do T-ball. I'm doing soccer right now. Anything to help.
Okay.
I like doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Britny, let's kind of back up. Like as I told you earlier, Barbershop Talk Live, we just go all over the place. There's no format how we do this
I'll
thing.
tell you, the conversation is about ADHD. So
We,
ADHD is all over the place. So I'm good with that.
You good? We're just gonna have a conversation about whatever.
Okay.
Now you didn't tell me, but you told Barbershop Talk Live world that you're a military brat.
I'm a military brat. Yes, my daddy did 20 years in the military.
Okay. Okay. What branch you was in?
Army, field
Army.
artillery.
Field artillery. Much needed.
Much needed.
Much
yes,
needed.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And 20 years.
20 years.
So did you enlist in the military?
I did not. That was not something that my dad wanted my sister and myself to do.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't want to serve the country.
No. When I look at retirement now, I'm like, maybe.
Maybe you should have did that. Okay. What, you good now?
I'm good.
Now growing up in school, now know you jumped around there. You could say you was a military brat. So any cheerleaders? I see some cheerleaders because earlier before we got on camera, you did a little hurrah rah.
No,
that led me to believe you might do some cheerleading.
I don't have any rhythm. So no, but I did play softball, ran track, and a little bit basketball.
Barbershop Talk Live World, she says she doesn't have any rhythm.
No, not one piece of rhythm.
But you walked to here like you know what you was doing.
No.
You walked here like you command the room.
Well, I can command the room, but I can't dance. I can fake it till I make it, but I can't dance.
Well, listen,
No.
now I'm gonna let the people know when we go to commercial break, DJ gonna play some music. We're gonna work on this two-step. We're gonna work on this two-step. That would do the commercial break. So just kind of get your mind right. We're gonna do that.
Well, I brought my friend. She can wrestle dazzle.
Barbershop Talk Live World again. Give us a call. You want to get into this conversation with good friend Britny, Harmon, Hartfield. The number is 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Special conversation. Just get in contact with us. Talk about anything that's on your mind. Remember, no question is off limits. If it's on your mind, let's talk about it. Britny, you good?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Now,
I'm good.
you say I heard you say something about Sean.
Yes, Mr. Hartfield.
Sean is your other half.
Yes, 7 years strong.
7 years strong. Okay, now is he?
But John,
Okay.
hey, I don't think you know where you from.
Wait a minute now, Britny.
No.
Britny.
Am
now,
I supposed to know where you're from?
Britny, now normally, when I bring on the guests, I do research on the guests.
Yeah.
So I just assume that the guests will do research on me.
Well, I looked you up, and I don't know where you're from, but I looked you up. And plus, I got people that know you that say you're good people, so I trust them, so I trust you.
But Britny, you didn't do the research.
We know everything about you, though, Britny.
Yeah, we know all the.
No, I didn't do
We got
any
a Google expert
digging.
back here.
No, I didn't do any digging. I've watched your show. Amber was on your show. A lot of good, important people in Augusta have been on your show, so I trust that.
You trust that?
I absolutely do. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, thank God for that, but I thought you didn't figure out where I'm from because I'm from a big little town called Waycross, Georgia.
I don't even know how to get to
Listen, DJ, you ready to go to commercial break?
I don't know.
If you want to go to commercial break, we go to commercial break right now.
I'll take it away from
We
you.
I don't know how to get away
We're going to go to commercial break right now and end this conversation and shut it down. You mean to tell me you don't know how to get to Waycross?
Is it a big town or a little town?
It's a big little town.
Okay, I know about big little towns. My parents are from Clarksville, South Carolina, so.
Clarks Hill, South Carolina.
Yes, the
Okay.
street names
That
and the
is
last
small.
names. That is small.
Clark here don't even have a stop sign.
No,
That's
but it
small.
got a lot of love and a lot of good food.
Okay.
And a lake.
Okay.
And a
And a lake. And a lake. Okay.
He got a place called Troy.
I know about that. I know about that. Okay. What have you?
See, we Google you.
Oh, you
Look,
Googled
straight up
me.
28.
Oh,
See,
okay.
we do. That's what we do. You
Well,
mean-
good. I mean, you said you didn't want anyone on your show, so I'm glad you did research.
I research.
Yeah.
That's part of the itinerary. That's what we do. We do these
Okay.
things for these folks.
Well, you should have messaged me and said, no, I'm just kidding.
Barbershop Talk Live again. We got somebody in our chat that didn't do research on me, but we're gonna say charge it to the head, not the heart.
Please.
She mean good intentions. She have good intentions. We ain't gonna hold it against her.
Please don't.
Don't do that. Don't you do it. But if you want to get into this conversation, please, man, please, sir, give us a call. 706-426-1533. Or you don't want to call us, put the question on the screen. We'll answer any and all questions. No question is off limits. No matter what it is. Barbershop Talk is always here for you. Brittany, you good?
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, earlier you said something I heard earlier. You say you're a soccer mom.
No, I'm not a soccer mom because my child is a Lakeside graduate. She graduated in 2023.
Okay.
But I am a soccer referee for
Soccer referee.
recreation and parks.
Oh.
So that's just something that I do voluntarily. I love the kids. They are funny, hilarious.
Okay.
So that's what I do in my spare time.
Oh,
yeah,
I got
yeah,
you. So
yeah.
you know, as
Not
you-
a soccer mom.
Not a
no.
soccer mom.
No, my baby is grown. She thinks she's grown. but
She thinks she's grown.
Yes, sir.
So you got 2 kids.
I have one and a bonus child.
One of the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. How you get a bonus?
My husband's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name is Michaela.
Michaela, and I know she's watching.
Yes.
I know she's watching.
Michaela and Olivia.
And so, how long you been married?
7 years.
7 years. Okay. So when you moved to Augusta, that's when you met your husband.
No, I met my husband later in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all got together, and now you got a bonus child.
I have a bonus child.
Okay. Well, appreciate you having a bonus child because again, when you tell the people and you also tell the people of Barbershop Talk World, a bonus child, that's a lot to deal with.
It's work.
It's work.
Yes.
Because there's so many different things that could go on or go wrong, and you have to, like you say, it's work.
It's work. It's
Yeah.
work. It's
So
work.
so tell the people of the barbershop talk live world when you have a bonus child and there's the work because what kind of work goes into that bonus child or the whole family as a general.
Well, my bonus child, I call her a bonus child, but she's just a part of us. So it's almost like I birthed her myself. So the same thing I would do for my daughter would be the same thing I'm going to do for her. So there's no different. My husband loves my child unconditionally, and I love his child unconditionally. And that's the way it always should be.
Okay, no matter. It's in
I love her mama. We have a great relationship. So, sometimes that could be a little... But she's a very good person.
She's good people. Okay, cool. Well, listen, I'm enjoying the conversation thus far, and I'm enlightening myself what I'm learning from you. I enjoy the spirit that you portraying to me right now. I feel your attitude. I feel your overall, and I'm enjoying where we're going with this conversation.
Okay,
so that being said, Britny, you said earlier that we're here to talk about ADH.
ADHD.
ADHD.
Yes.
Now I did some more Googling.
You did?
I did some more Googling.
I hope so.
And I stopped at the, I didn't read it all.
Yeah.
But I know a little bit enough. But I want you to tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live World, what does ADHD stands for?
Let me say this first,
Okay.
okay? Because I don't want anyone to mix me up with I'm a doctor, a therapist, or anything. I'm just a real person that's been through ADHD, so I feel like I'm overly qualified because I have ADHD
Okay.
and my daughter has ADHD.
Okay.
So, but can I diagnose you? Can I diagnose someone else's child? Absolutely not. But ADHD is attention deficit disorder.
Okay.
So, in a nutshell, kind of like you said, we're all over the place. That's what ADHD is.
Okay.
Our mind doesn't develop the dopamine that we need to stay focused. We're hyper, we're fidgety, just all over the place.
Okay.
So, but no, I am not an expert. I'm a living testimony.
I got you.
So, yeah.
So that being said, now we all have some form of ADHD.
Yes, we do.
We are, because again, I can't pay attention to save my life sometimes. My mind be all over the place. You got to keep me focused sometimes. So I guess I have a little bit. You have everybody
Okay,
that you
that's
got.
very severe.
You got it too.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody got a touch
Look
of
at
it.
me now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's where you go, you gonna find somebody
is
got
all
it.
over the place.
So everybody has a touch of ADHD, no matter who it is. But that being said, is it a certain age group that is more prominent in?
Not to no. So for me, I learned that I had ADHD as an adult.
Okay.
Right? Because there just wasn't enough study on it.
Okay.
There just wasn't enough resources on it. So it's something that I found out later in life. Now, did I know that I learned very differently from everyone else? Absolutely, because my grades reflected that.
Okay.
Tests reflected that. So with me having it, I was able to find it in my daughter at an early age of 7. Now, she wasn't diagnosed by a doctor, but you couldn't take her to the grocery store because she would go missing.
Oh.
And you could tell her to stop, and she just would not stop, would not slow down. And then that affected her in school eventually.
Okay.
And then that's when we got, the phone calls and, hey, your child's a little hyper. So, yeah, that's my take.
So now, again, I was kind of confused a little bit when I hear certain words, and I kind of relate them to other words,
Okay.
So when I hear ADH, I'm kind of almost correlating that with autism.
No, and I don't know a lot about autism, but it's totally different.
Okay.
And I guess I can speak to that because I don't have autism,
Okay.
so I'm not going to touch that because that's not me. But I do have someone very special that can come speak about that.
Okay.
But
I think
can't
that's very
speak on it.
different. Autism and ADHD.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
two totally different
totally
things.
different
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And honestly, I haven't done any research on autism, slap me, but I just don't know enough to speak on it. So.
Okay. Because actually, when I first heard the word autism, I was thinking it's something to do with art.
I believe that.
I mean, artism. I thought it was something you can draw. I thought you was good at drawing artism.
And if I guess.
I just diagnosed John.
I didn't
but
know.
It's AU.
Yeah.
But I do believe that they have.
Yeah. Maybe
they have an artistic ability. I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe I've heard that before. But just like ADHD, autism has these things that just, like this one thing that this kid is really, really good at.
Okay.
Just like with ADHD, there's this one thing that the kid is really, really good at.
Okay.
But I can't speak on
Right.
autism because I don't know.
Right.
But I introduce you to someone.
We'll
She'd love to come on the show.
we'll be glad to have her sit in the hot seat. She can come sit in the hot
She's
seat.
an author as well.
Okay.
She has an autism book.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see stuff like that I didn't know, because again when I first heard the word autism, ADH, I just kind of based on sometimes they say what the symptoms are and,
Yeah.
and some of the actions that they do, it kind of almost
A little bit, yeah.
always go together. So I just again I don't know nothing about that world. That's why I bring people on like you, other folks to get in that can
Absolutely.
explain to the folks what's really happening, because
Absolutely.
I don't want to be like I don't know. We got a caller coming in. Caller, are you there, caller? Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing? What's your name and what's your question?
My question is, how do I get my child help if I believe they're suffering from ADHD?
Your child is suffering from ADHD. You want to try to get some help?
How do I get help?
Okay, all right.
What grade is your child?
Oh, third grade.
Third grade. So for me, it was my child was continuously not making good grades.
Okay.
And she also was not staying seated. So her teacher is the one that came to me and was like, hey, I think your child has traits of ADHD. So what they do is they give the teacher a form to fill out. They give the parent a form to fill out. You take that to the doctor. The doctor does whatever assessment on it, and then they come back and they say, yeah, your child has ADHD. So it's between what the teacher finds, what the doctor finds, and what the parent finds. And then you can get your help. But you have to get it from a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope
Okay.
that answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, man, for tuning in, and keep watching Barbershop Talk Live, and we'll make sure we keep your questions answered, and you keep tuning in with us, okay?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right. And that's kind of lead up to my next question. When she said a child, they said is in the third grade, and you said earlier about the different ages. It's more of a younger kid type thing that you're finding, or is it more the older kids? In other words, what grade level or what age would you normally find it in for the ADH?
First grade.
First grade, when you start noticing?
Yeah, when it's more of a structured learning and they can't keep up, they can't stay focused. You'll see that earlier in like the first grade area, more so than kindergarten or preschooler. You can't really diagnose that young. But again, I'm not a doctor, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That was something, because again, I know a lot of folks that probably went through the same thing as getting diagnosed from the doctor that their child has these different ADH, can't
Right.
stay focused, but then they go put them on this medicine. Then they say, well, he can't stay focused, we're gonna give him this, and sometimes, as you might have heard, the medicines kind of make them worse than make them better.
Well, I know with Olivia, that's my daughter.
Okay.
She was very hyper, moved around. And I remember when I first put her on the medicine, I ran into someone in the mall that knows her as the hyper Olivia, the very active Olivia. And she was just very calm, like very zombie-ish. And he said to me, what's wrong with Olivia? And I didn't want to tell my business
Right.
then. And I was like, oh, nothing. And then eventually I did tell him she's on this medicine for ADHD. He was like, I don't like her like that.
Right,
It does
right.
alter the personality. I've taken it as an adult, and during the day I'm ready, I'm focused, I want to get my work done. But then by the evening, it's like, don't talk to me, don't touch
Yeah,
me.
you're down.
I fall off.
Right. It's so funny because, like I said, I know some real incidents where when you get on these medicines, they hype.
Yeah.
They're running around and all that, and then toward the end of the day, when school is about out or whatever, it's kind of, I guess the medicine is wearing off, and now they sleeping in class, or they really ain't paying attention. Now you get a call from the teacher again. Steve, John, what you call, ain't paying attention in class, slipping or whatever. So then you kind of find yourself trying to go back to the doctor and get on more medicine and get on
trying
more.
to figure out what works for your child.
Right.
So.
So it's just like you kind of wonder if is this wasting my time trying to do all this with this medicine?
Yeah. Now, I will say that I didn't want Olivia to be on the medicine. And I did take her off of the medicine at one point because I didn't like what it did to her personality. And I had a teacher, one of her teachers, fifth grade, tell me that if you don't give her the medicine, that's almost like not giving a child that has asthma their asthma pump.
Okay.
And she could call defects. And that's the thing, because if she's prescribed something, the doctor, they've done all these tests, and you're not giving her what she needs to succeed in life, then yeah, I mean, it's a
Okay.
problem. But after middle school, I started taking her off and redirecting her, so and helping her focus, and unfortunately punishing her because I didn't know enough about it. And that's part of the problem. We're fussing at the kids, we're punishing them over stuff that they can't control.
Right.
So.
Okay. Again, Barbershop Talk Live World, you want to give us a call to get into this conversation, please, man, please, sir, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Remember, no question is off limits. We'll answer any and all questions. Just call us in and get into the conversation. We got a question from the floor?
We have a question online.
Okay.
We actually have a couple of them. One of them is where can I purchase your book? And then Eric would like you to talk a little bit more about how to try to find balance between the medication.
Okay. So my book right now, so we can get into it. I'm doing a book launch October the 19th. It is not only a book launch, but it is an ADHD awareness event as well. So I'll have one doctor on the panel. I have a teacher and a daycare owner, people that can speak to ADHD a whole lot more because they see it in the classroom. So you can purchase my book at the event October the 19th at Julian Smith Casino Gazebo between 2 and 5. And then after that, I'll share a link where you can purchase my book. And thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. And you said the second question was?
Eric would like a little bit more information on how to balance, like between medication and not medication.
Is he speaking on?
Probably some of the different medicines.
Yeah, see, I don't really know when it comes to the medicine. I've done that with my daughter. So the only thing that I can say is once I took her off of the medicine, there were routines and techniques that I was able to do with her that worked. So I don't want to speak to that because it's more of a medical question. So I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, listen, Barbershop Talk Live, again, we want to continue to ask you to tune into our conversation, get into the conversation. Also, before we get too far into our conversation, they got to pay a bill. Britny, can I pay a bill?
You better pay your bills.
I got to pay these bills. You just don't understand what it takes to keep this thing going. So listen, Barbershop Talk Live World, again, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I want you to watch the screen. My good friend, Felicia Lee, right here in Augusta, Georgia, has a company called True Therapy. Again, it's a mental company socializing your mental health, your spiritual health, your financial health, your overall health. Again, True Therapy is the name of the company right here in Augusta, Georgia, on Central Avenue. Also, behind that, we're going to my good friend, Demetrius Johnson with Beverly's Body Butter. You can watch the screen. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Felicia Lee, True Therapy, and also Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Life is full of challenges and struggles, but there's no reason you should have to face them alone. At True Therapy, we provide support and guidance to help you become the best version of yourself. As a mental health counseling center, we provide a full range of clinical behavioral health services to children, adolescents, adults, and families. Our experienced team of licensed counselors and psychiatrists work closely with patients to understand their situation and develop a personalized treatment plan with an emphasis on wellness and prevention. Whether you are struggling with mental illness, substance abuse, relationship and marital difficulties, or the daily stress and challenges of life, we're here to help you find a positive path forward, dedicated to making our services as convenient and accessible as possible. We offer treatment in office, by phone, or via telehealth. Find the help you need. Schedule an appointment at True Therapy today.
Are you tired of your dry, ashy skin? Dermatologist not in your budget? Is your skin looking like dry glue from elementary school that you used to peel off your hand? And your feet feel like you damn near need a sander? Well, if you got this problem, you can use some of this Beverly's homemade body butter made with all natural ingredients. These are the results before and after. You see the difference? Here's a word from a customer. Before the butter, I was single, lonely, couldn't find my way. Now I'm married with 4 beautiful kids. Thanks, Beverly Butter. To get some of Beverly's homemade body butter, you can call the number below or reach her on Facebook. You better believe it.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're back at Jay's Place Barbershop, 1927 Olive Road. Again, this Barbershop Talk Live. Again, keep watching my good friend Felicia Lee. She has a company in Augusta called True Therapy. Again, they specialize in mental health, physical health, spiritual health, your overall health, and also my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. You can also give her a call or look up on Facebook, on TikTok, which is Melon Queen 1976, and call her out at 706-564-5335. Again, Beverly's Body Butter. And also Felicia Lee with a company called True Therapy. Right here, and you see us right here in Augusta, Georgia. Follow them on Facebook, follow them on YouTube, follow them on TikTok. Be glad you did. Britny, you good?
I'm great.
You straight?
Yes.
Man, I'm having a great conversation thus far. I'm getting the chance to learn something that I didn't know. I didn't know it.
That's the point.
That's the good. And I know the Barbershop Talk Live world is learning some things that they didn't know.
Hopefully. That's the point.
And look, now, Britny, this is what I try to do. I try to be a diligent person of all these different conversations that we have. And sometimes what happens when the guests come on, and I go out and I talk to the community, and I let the community know that a certain person is going to come on the show. And when I ask them, told them, I say, Britny's going to be here. Britny's going to be talking about this. Britny's going to talk about that. They say, well, ask Britny this question.
Okay.
And I say, okay, cool. So I say, well, they gave me so many questions. I want to make sure I didn't forget them. I didn't want to forget all these questions. So what I did, I jotted them down.
Oh, I'm really in the hot seat.
I jotted questions down, Britny, because I don't want to forget these questions because there was many, many questions coming at me.
Really?
So I'm gonna make sure. So I'm gonna enlighten you on some of these questions.
Okay.
Question
I hope
6.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna jump down to question 6.
All right.
There you go. I couldn't make this stuff up, Britny. You see that?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I do question 6?
Yes.
Question 6 kind of go back to what we said before we went to commercial break. In question 6, we'll be talking about the different medicines and stuff like that for the ADH. But what if, Britny, it's the food that we feed these kids? What if the food that we eat that really causes it? Is that a possibility? That's question 6. Now, Britny, I'm good. Don't tell me nothing. You have to tell the people of Barbershop Talk Live world. Could it be the food that we are feeding the kids? Could it be the food that we're eating? Could it be something that's causing these triggers?
Well, I'm going to say this. Don't quote me. But caffeine is a big trigger. A big trigger. When you're talking hyperactivity, those are things that will, caffeine, coffee, all of that, which at 5 years old, you shouldn't be drinking those things. But again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you if you eat a bunch of chicken, you're not going to be able to focus. Because I'm going to tell you something. My husband's a chicken man, and he can focus. So I can't say that.
Can't be the chicken.
But no, that's a hard question for me because I've never noticed what I eat has made me more hyper, other than if I do a bunch of coffee with a bunch of sugar and all that stuff. But I do believe that's something that everybody has when they drink coffee and caffeine. But if I had to choose one, that would be the one.
Okay, so it could be some maybe the food, but definitely the caffeine and stuff like that kind of make them.
But when we talk about food, unhealthy foods does a lot to every part of our body. So we should be eating healthy regardless for our heart, for our head, for our back, our feet, all the things, you know. So not that I make all the healthy choices, but I believe that food plays a big factor in our health. So, you know, stay on the outside of the aisles. I'm not a gym guru, I'm not a health guru, but I've heard about it.
I got you. Well, that being said, now, Britny, I've been in the church for many, many years. I love to go to church every Sunday, and it feel like if I don't go to church, I miss something. I just don't miss out on the good word, missed out on fellowship, the socializing with the networking at the church, a lot of stuff that goes on in the church. So if I'm not in church on a Sunday, something don't feel right.
Right.
Now, that being said, here go question 7. I got to quick skip to 7. So that being said, Britny, if I don't go to church, I'm not right. So when we're talking about ADH and we're talking about the church and a God-fearing man that I am, can we just pray this stuff off? Can we just pray ADH away? Can we just get to the point where we get down to the altar and we get the wailing and going into the word? Can we just pray it away? I'm good. Don't tell me. You tell the barbershop talk about the world. Is that possible?
I feel like you can pray. With prayer, anything is possible.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say no.
Okay.
But, you know, God has doctors and therapists and all of those people in place for ADHD, for cancer, for all of that. You should always be praying, God fix this. God help me with this. God deliver me from this. But if this is who you are and this is who God wants you to be, then learn to live in that. Be big in it. Be who you need to be in that. But continue to pray in the process. So, yeah.
Okay. In other words, don't never stop praying.
No.
Pray without ceasing.
No.
Always pray.
Always.
In season,
I
out
told
season.
you I brought my praying girl in here.
Listen.
I brought her with me.
You pray in
But
season,
she my
out of season.
friend, but she prayed for me, and I've had a lot of friends that have been praying in this journey with me. I've been transitioning for a while now to be more transparent about something that I used to keep in mask, and it's people like her that pray and say, you got this, and remind me whose I am and who I am.
Okay.
So yeah, God is number one for me. I wouldn't have been able to do this without God.
Okay. Listen, I appreciate what you're saying because I know I can feel it. And I know the people at the barbershop talk a little real can feel what you're saying because, again, going back to the bigger picture, without God, nothing is possible.
Absolutely not.
Nothing is possible. So I definitely understand what you're saying.
And I appreciate that question, whoever asked it. I appreciate that because, you know.
27. Britny, let me ask this question too now. Dealing with ADH, and again, a lot of these topics and a lot of these different conversations, they're kind of new to me.
Right.
You know, so I have to make sure, you know, I'm sensitive to the questions, I'm sensitive to the subject, what we're talking about. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think there are 5 C's that's associated with the ADHD.
Not to my knowledge. I know that there's 3. There's hyper, focus, inattentive, and then those 2 things combined together.
Okay.
So if you got 5 C's, please let me know so then I can make sure I can speak to that going forward.
All right, now,
Yeah. I'll research it when I leave here and make sure that I'm not missing something.
Well, that's question 8.
I'm gonna go back to I'm not an expert.
Okay.
I just got a child and myself.
I
So
got you.
if it's a C there, I'll find out.
Well, the first C I can think about it, and again, I can't make this stuff up. Britny, there you go, right there. Question 8. Self-control.
Yeah.
Now, again, don't tell me, you have to tell the people at Barbershop Talk Like World, when you're dealing with a person that has ADH, how do you deal with the person of having self-control?
Well, self-control for me is, I'm an adult, so it's a lot different when it's a child.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that I have to write down, revisit, and remind myself. Now with my child in self-control, and not at 19, it would be redirect, refocus, and regroup. You know, so we can keep that self-control, keep that child learning and doing what she needs to do to exceed, or he or she needs to exceed.
Okay, well, I think there's another C. I got another C. Collaboration.
With ADHD, I don't know.
Not the phone.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I'm sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay, well, I mean, this
Talk to the doctors, I guess.
Yeah, like school me, so then I'll know what to answer when it's time to answer, but I don't know that one.
Okay,
I'm
let's go
not even gonna try to dive into that.
Well, let's go to another C. Dealing with, again, these C's are dealing with ADHD. Celebration.
How to celebrate yourself with ADHD, or how?
Even if you're dealing with a child. Because, you know, is it some kind of way if the child is doing something, if you reward that person, you reward that child for sticking to what you know, I guess the routine.
So let me say this, with my daughter having ADHD, when I didn't know she had ADHD, I would fuss. All of my closest people know my daughter went to Sue Reynolds Elementary School. I worked at ADP. I used to, every day on my lunch break, have to go to her school, literally sit in a desk so she could stay focused and stop getting in trouble. This was before I knew she had ADHD. I would punish her. I would spank her bottom. I would spank her butt. And all the things, and fuss at her before I knew. And once I started knowing that she had ADHD, I changed all those things, and I would celebrate what she was doing good. And even though it was something that she was jumping out of the desk, but she didn't do it yesterday, she did it today, let's celebrate that. So the small things I would celebrate with her after I found out that she had ADHD, because a lot of us old school parents, we don't do our research, and we do a lot of fussing. And I've since apologized to her as an adult, like, hey, mommy's not perfect. There's no book on how to raise a child, and I made plenty mistakes in your ADHD journey, which is why I decided to write this book, so kids will know that I understand what they're going through, and I'm here to celebrate that.
Hey, John, I think it's coming to a confusion. You bring in autism and ADHD together. You war, I think, for autism more so than ADHD.
Okay.
ADHD is more of I don't know what I'm looking for, but you bringing it together.
Okay.
You want to try to keep it separate. When you say a war a child for ADHD, with autism, you're teaching a child how to cope with life.
Okay.
And learn stuff. You war them that way.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I go with that. Yeah. Well, let's just try this other C word. If you're dealing with a person that has ADHD, but when you say person, I mean the child or the adult. Mm-hmm. The other word I can think of is compassion.
Oh yeah. First of all, when you're dealing with someone with ADHD or any sort of disorder, I'm compassionate about this.
Okay.
Like I am serious about this, and one of the reasons why I'm serious is because let's just be transparent. There's a lot of times that I wasn't myself because I wasn't as smart as all the other kids, or I didn't speak like all the other kids, or even as an adult, as a grown person, I didn't talk like this person. I didn't pronunciate all my words correctly, and I hid that, right? So now I have a whole lot of compassion because I know that I masked ADHD, and I did that because I had no one to talk to. So now it's an area of, I got a lot of compassion. I'm gonna celebrate you. We're gonna conquer this together. All those C's, right?
Collaborate together.
We're gonna collaborate and fix you, because had I had someone like me say, that look a little bit like ADHD, maybe I wouldn't have had to pretend who I was for so long, right? I had to rip the mask off and say, look, I did not pass the graduation test, the Georgia high school graduation test. I had to take that thing 30, 40 times to pass it. As a matter of fact, let me get real with you. I never passed it, right? And this is, this is making me hot, right?
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Because let me just tell you, I never passed the science portion of the graduation test because I was never a test taker. I was never anyone that could just sit for a period of time and take a test. So I didn't really graduate from Westside.
Okay.
I had to go somewhere else and get my degree that didn't require me to have the science portion of the graduation test. Well, this is something that I had hid for years. People for 2 years thought I graduated high school, but I hadn't graduated yet because I never got my I never got my diploma.
Right.
So look at me now, right? I have a master's in information technology, which is a very hard program to do. I said all that to say that nothing should stop you. Not the A, not the D, not the H, and not the D should ever hold you back from being who you need to be to this world. You may have a disorder, but you never know if you keep pushing what'll happen. And let's not forget, God, all that.
You know what? Now, I don't think if the barbershop talk loud world know. And as I was growing up, I had a stuttering problem. And some people say I talk fast now, but I kind of worked on that in my own little secret closet place when I was growing up.
Right.
So now I don't have a problem talking in front of 1,000 people, 2 people, or whoever it is. So I tried to make sure I correct that stuttering problem when I was growing up, to the point where I just,
slow down.
Slow down, make sure I don't, tongue tie my words, all that. Every now and then I might stumble on words, whatever, but for the majority of the time, I'm good with it now.
You gotta meet people where they are, right? Because I'm not gonna be like you, and you're not gonna be like me. But we need to understand that. Sometimes I just wish people just pump the brakes and say, maybe something's going on with her. Let's do it this way, or maybe I should view her that way. But some people just they judge too quickly without getting to know what's really going on, and that's the scary part. And that's what I had to deal with as a teenager and in my 20s. Just being able to be this person because it looked good to everybody else, instead of just being who I needed to be. And them go and accepting, okay, I might not catch on the way that you catch on. Right. Give me a few minutes, I'm gonna get there. Right.
So, Britny, Mason, a person that, well, when I say a person, we're still talking about the child. If a person has been determined to have ADH, would it be best, in your opinion, to keep that person busy? When I say that person, we're still talking about the child, so they won't get off track too much, won't get too much distracted. As long as you give them something to keep them busy, keep their mind going, keep them the fingers moving, the hands moving, the mind thinking. So it won't be a major distractions and maybe in the classroom setting. So maybe if that's something that you can do, where if you're in the class and they're reading or they're writing, and that particular child got through before the other kids got through, now he's busy, now he's moving around. So as your opinion, would it be best to have something for that kid to do, so it won't be a distraction for the teacher?
All the time. They need to stay busy. I'm always all over the place. My child is always all over the place. We have to, we have to have, I don't care if they finished their work and he's finished and they're still doing their work. Give them some Play-Doh. Give them something. They gotta do something. I have to do something. I'm very fidgety. I have a million things going on in my head at one time. And for kids, think about that. They don't know how to slow down and make themselves focus on this one thing. So if they're done doing their work, give them something to play with. Give them an activity.
Okay. Now you were here to highlight and showcase the book.
Oh yeah.
We can't get out of here without talking about this book. So this is the book you just wrote, this particular book?
I just wrote this book.
Okay, and what's the name of the book?
I Am Smart, I Just Learn Differently.
I am smart.
I just learn differently. So it's about a little brain. Her name is Ollie, which my daughter's name is Olivia. So the brain is Ollie. And Ollie's just in school. She can't stay focused. She'd rather be at the beach.
Okay.
She doesn't think that she's as smart as all the other little girls. All the things that you deal with as someone with ADHD. So instead of me writing an adult book, I decided to write a children's book with colors, and they can understand. I've had 3 kids read this book just as a kid review, and all of them are like, this is me. Okay. This is exactly how I think.
Okay.
And so I'm just glad that I can put it in color, and they can enjoy it. And, so yes, this is my book. This is my baby. I dedicated it to my child.
Okay.
So yeah, that's this.
So the reason for this book is also, like you said earlier, to keep the kids busy.
Yeah, this will keep you busy. It's got a lot of colors in there. So.
Okay. And now, how long you just wrote it? It just came out?
So I just published it September the 5th. And like I said, I'll post a link on my Facebook page after the 19th on how you can purchase it. But I do want, my book launch isn't about just purchasing my book. Okay. I do have people that'll be there that can help. They'll have resources for you if you need to talk to them privately. I have some great, when I say great sponsors, I don't know if I can shout them out. But I have Kendra's Paint and Body. They did a sponsorship. Smoothie King. I have Charm Beauty. That's all kind of sponsors. So I have someone that'll be there doing face painting. I have Harmon's Lemonade, which is a little girl that'll have her lemonade out there. So it's a whole thing. Just come out, support my book, but support the awareness, because I know that there's somebody in your family that suffers from ADHD, and maybe they don't know it, and maybe this book can help them be able to speak to it a little bit more.
Okay. So this book is basically giving opportunity for people that does have ADHD to keep them focused, keep them busy. So that kind of goes back to one of my words for the day. I do a word for the day on my Facebook page.
I see it. I heart it.
Yeah. So did you see the one yesterday?
The one, say it. I know it, but you know,
Every
I've been thinking about
opportunity.
talking to you. Opportunity. Yeah, I had been able to focus all day. I'm like, what am I saying to John? I hope I sound all right. I hope my face ain't too greasy. No.
Well, hey,
I hope he like me.
I'm nervous.
Did I do good?
I'm always nervous.
I'm an overthinker now too.
I'm
so
always
it's
nervous.
Like, oh Lord, is my stomach tucked in? Like all things. Like, I hope I ain't say nothing wrong. Like all those things. So I forgot what your word was for yesterday.
Every opportunity is an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, again, now, I know what that means. Tell the Barbershop Talk Live world that's watching, what does it mean when you hear every opportunity is an opportunity?
Right, so if I have an opportunity to come in here and speak with you, then I get to learn something from you. And let me just say this, I appreciate you having me on the show. So
Okay.
the opportunity to come in here to speak to you gave me an opportunity to speak to everyone else about ADHD and how we can help and how we can help our babies and help our adults, our men and our women. So I'm taking your opportunity to help my opportunity to educate everybody.
There you go.
I hope that sounds good.
That sounds good. And we're going to record that.
Oh, okay then.
So every opportunity is an opportunity.
It is.
So you take advantage of all the opportunities you get a chance to run across. 'Cause
There's
you
no
know-
hidden agenda.
Right.
I mean, I want to learn every day. I want to learn something every day. So just sitting here, like, this is amazing what you got going in here. Like, this stuff is
Wow.
but like, this is some great stuff. Like, I didn't expect anything less, but I
understand.
kudos to you.
Oh,
you
I
know, and
appreciate
kudos
it.
to you for getting out there in the community, trying to help us,
Right.
help other people. You know, so I appreciate. I've been following you. And I appreciate you having me on here. I know
appreciate
it probably ain't time to do all the thank yous.
No,
but, yeah.
hey, I got two big ears. I can listen to that stuff all day. But again, I appreciate the opportunity for you to come on and get a chance for you to get your information out to the people because, again, I consider myself to be making sure that you get a chance to put your word out and the people respond back to what you're doing. So now, how can they follow you? How can the people follow you that want to follow what you're doing?
I don't have a business page. I don't need all that. But I'm Britny Harmon Hartfield on Facebook. I am going to drop my flyer for the event this weekend, so you'll be able to keep up with this journey. I'm probably going to do a whole lot of posting. I was like, people are going to get tired of me. But if you go to, I don't do Instagram, and, you know, I look at TikTok, but I don't have access to that. But you can follow me on Facebook at Britny Harmon Hartfield. I spell my name with 1 T, no E, no A. That's how you spell Britny, Britny.
Okay. Well, listen, I enjoyed the conversation, and I want to make sure that people watching Barbershop Talk Live really get a chance to connect with you, follow what you're doing, because, again, what you're doing is giving them an opportunity to learn their child, learn their co-worker, learn their family member, in a way that when they see these signs, they see these little, different ways that the kids act, or even the adult act, they can almost diagnose what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, so it's an opportunity for them to, present to those, and you present to them. It's good for us to,
Yeah, and any feedback that anyone has for me, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just living it. I'm just a living testimony. Please message me, inbox me, say, hey, I think you should speak on this next time, or maybe this will help. I am all for all help. I am all for anyone that wants to jump on the team with me and spread this word about let's get our babies focused. Let's make sure we diagnose them early enough so they won't go into adulthood not knowing who they are. So yeah, I hope I answered everyone's question, and inbox me. I'll find the answer anymore.
Okay, and I think that when you talk about, again, ADH, it's kind of hard not to have the old-fashioned mentality. Ain't that wrong with that boy?
Yeah,
Ain't that wrong with
that's
that girl?
it.
She all right. She just sit her
You
butt
just
down.
being
sweat.
bad.
Yeah, you just being bad. Put the stick on them, put the belt on them, they're going to be all right.
They're gonna be all right.
You
And
know.
and that's trauma. That's childhood trauma. And I love my parents, don't get me wrong, but they didn't have the resources to understand me. So there was a lot of, girl, I'm gonna tear your butt up.
Yeah.
And as an adult, I'm like, God, you're gonna tear my butt up, but I really didn't know what I was doing. My brain was all over the place. So if I could stop one little kid from getting their butt tore up because they just can't help it, then I have done my job.
You did your job.
So.
You did your just do. So again, Barbershop Talk Live World. Again, continue to follow Britny on the Facebook page. And again, the event is, when is the event coming up?
So the event is October the 19th, 2 to 5 p.m. at the Julian Smith Casino Gazebo.
Okay.
You guys can come see me after the breast cancer walk because that's important, and that's happening on the same day, so you can wear your pink for that. ADHD's color is orange, so you could do pink and orange and show up
Okay.
at my event too.
Okay.
But make sure you support breast cancer on the 19th.
Okay, again, Barbershop Talk Live World, you heard the information that she just gave you. Breast Cancer Walk the same day as her event at the gazebo.
At the gazebo,
At the
not
gazebo.
at the casino.
Not at the casino.
But the gazebo, like in the bag.
Okay, and that's April the 19th.
No, October.
October the 19th.
'Cause October is ADHD Awareness Month, so
Okay.
a lot of people may not know that. I didn't know that, and the color is orange, so yeah.
Okay, and how would they be able to purchase the book?
So I'll put a link on my Facebook page after the 19th because
Okay.
I kind of want, I
Okay.
want the people to come.
Okay.
Tag John, I absolutely will. But I will have plenty of books that I'll sign at the event. If you come, I'll sign it, take a picture with you. All just show up.
Okay, and I think she said before we went on live, the first 100 people get a book.
No. Yeah, 100 people. Yeah.
Thais told me that.
Thais? Well, she'll write the check. What I mean.
Remember, the
She
first
got
100 people get a book signed by her and Thais.
Look, and Thais is the sponsor.
First 100 books. So the first 100 people show up, please, ma'am, please, sir, stop by Julia Smith Gazebo, October the 19th, the same day of the breast cancer walk.
Breast cancer walk is in the morning. I'm at 2 p.m. and I got a lot of survivors, so I want y'all to celebrate that and then come over and see me.
Okay. All right. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live World again. I appreciate your conversation. I appreciate your ears. I appreciate calling in with those questions. I appreciate you just putting the question on the screen. We try to make sure we answer any and all questions. Remember, Barbershop Talk Live is always live. No questions is no limit. But Britny, before we get out of here, I got to give you something.
Oh, okay.
Do you
I
mind
like
if I give you
gifts.
something? I got to give you something. I'm gonna give you something. This is something I'm gonna give you that I've tried to make sure certain people get this.
Okay. What's this?
That is a red challenge flag.
Okay.
That means when I give you that flag, you have to meet a series of challenges. Not just meet them, but you have to over exceed those challenges.
Okay.
You ready for those challenges?
Yes.
You ready for the challenge?
Yes.
Barbershop Talk Live, again, I'm gonna let you hold the flag because normally we drop the flag, but I'm gonna let you hold the flag.
Okay.
So you have to hold that flag. So your challenge is very, 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 very simple. Your challenge is you have to continue to write the books that will inspire people. You have to continue to write the books that will give people the opportunity. You have to continue to write the books that let people know that what they're dealing with, they're not the only one. You have to continue to stay focused. And whenever your child or other folks' child is going through that thing, give them a listening ear. Be compassionate. Celebrate. Have self-control.
Yeah.
And also collaborate. Those are your 5 C's. Again, your challenge is very simple. Can you honor those challenges?
I absolutely can.
And remember, ADHD is very important. So those are challenges. Britny, can you meet those challenges?
Absolutely.
You just met them?
Uh-huh.
All right, now Barbershop Talk Live World, she had a series of challenges. Now I got to give you a challenge. If you paid attention to this conversation, which was a great conversation that we had, I got to give you a series of questions. I'm going to challenge you also. If you pay attention to the conversation, I got 3 questions for you. Barbershop Talk Live is always live. The first question is always a simple question. If you pay attention to the conversation, here's your prize. Your prize is a ticket. A ticket to the Sneaker Ball this coming weekend, September the 22nd at Julia Smith Casino. 6 and 9 balls will be in the house as an entertainment. Also, Lizzie's Hope and Angelic Community Resources putting this event together. This coming Sunday, September the 22nd, at Julia Smith Casino. The Sneaker Ball ticket is for you if you get the question correctly. First question is always a simple question. The first question is, where is she originally from? You can give me anything because she said earlier she's a what?
Military.
Don't you tell it. She got to tell it. Second question. Second question is, if you pay attention to the second question, I think her name is B-R-I-T-N-Y?
Don't spell it.
No.
I said my name has 1 T, no E, and no A.
All right, well, listen. The first question, where is she originally from? Second question is kind of simple. The second question is, what high school did she not graduate from? That was a trick question. What high school did she not graduate from? Remember, I got a ticket to the Sneaker Ball. I got a ticket to the Sneaker Ball. If you're paying attention to this conversation, these questions are very simple for you. The first question is, where is she originally from? You can give anything because that was a trick question also. The second question is, what high school did she not graduate from? Here's the third question. If you pay attention to the conversation, these questions are simple for you. How many kids does she have? Ticket belong to you if you got the question right. Put the question on the screen or give us a call at 706-426-1533. That's 706-426-1533. The ticket belongs to you for the Sneaker Ball this coming Sunday at Julia Smith Casino. Again, The 69 boys will be in the house doing the entertainment, and also yours truly will be there on the red carpet having a great, funky, good time. Looking forward to seeing you. And don't forget about DJ Will. He will be doing the music, doing the sound. I'm telling you about keeping you on the dance floor all night. Also about Rod Prince. Listen, Barbershop Talk Live. I had a great conversation with my good friend, Britny, Harmon, Hartfield. You good?
I'm good.
Listen, before we get out of here, please, man, please, sure, get those folks another information how they can follow you, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, your old-fashioned address back home, anything you want to get it, folks, it's on you.
Facebook, Britny, Harmon, Hartfield, 1 T, no E, no A, and that's all the social media that I have.
All right, well, listen, don't forget about October the 19th, Julie Smith Gazebo. Looking forward to seeing you, and especially you at this event. You can also stop by, autograph the book, take a picture with her, and also I think she'll be looking forward to seeing you. Don't come by yourself. Don't come by yourself. Bring a friend, bring a neighbor, even bring your coworkers. If you got time, bring your enemies and get this book. Again, this book is called
I Am Smart, I Just Learn Differently.
There you go. ADH, right here in Augusta, Georgia, Barbershop Talk Live. We're looking forward to seeing you at October the 19th, the Julie Smith Casino Gazebo. Please, man, please, sir, govern yourselves accordingly. Listen, if you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, we'd be glad to have you. Just inbox me. If you want to be a sponsor of Barbershop Talk Live, please, man, please, sir, just inbox me. We'd be glad to have you. We will support your business, your product, and also support you. So whatever you have, just inbox me on Barbershop Talk Live. We'd be looking forward to seeing you. So again, don't forget, we always here for you, and especially you. Don't forget, next week in this hot seat, Barbershop Talk Live, we're looking forward to seeing you tuning in to my good friend, Mr. L.C. Miles. He is running for State Representative District 126. Again, that's State District 126. L.C. Miles will be right here in this hot seat. So please, man, please, sir, tune in. If you have a question, he's running for that particular seat, give a question for him. You got a comment, give a comment to him. Again, we'll be glad to see you. So tune in, Barbershop Talk Live again in this hot seat. L.C. Miles, again, he's running for State Representative District 126. Looking forward to seeing you. Listen, are you ready to get out of here?
I'm hungry.
You ready? That's the 80s.
I mean, I
88's kicking in already. Got it.
See, we can laugh about it.
88's keep on kicking in. Listen, I understand what you're saying. Thais, you ready to get out of here?
She is.
She ready to go
to?
too?
Eat on her.
Since she doggone paying for books and all that. I enjoyed my conversation again. Listen, now what I want you to do, I want you to look into that camera. Mm-hmm. Come on, ease up and with me now. Ease up and with me.
Okay.
Now, see that camera? I want you to look into that camera, Britny, and just follow me.
Follow you?
Follow me.
All right.
Tell the people, see you later. See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk.
Oh, everybody. We here at James Place.
Barbershop.
We're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
At James Place.
Barbershop Talk.
where nothing's off limits.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
At James Place. Barbershop Talk.
Everything's on the table.